Well, howdy there, internet people. It is on a Sunday, and I wanted to do a review video on this JGAURORA. This JGAURORA is quite old now. I think it's one of my older printers. This was probably number like 7 out of 50 that I currently own, and I've sold probably 10 since then. So out of probably 60 different printers, most of them being different. At least 30 of them being different. I had bought 4 of these guys. There's actually another one down here. I think that one was the A5S. But yeah, I just want to kind of highlight this printer again. I think I might have done a review on it a long time ago, but it's still printing after years, so it's not a terrible machine. Let's just look at its mechanics. So it's got a cast aluminum, extruder body, using just a regular, I think I probably swapped that heat block on it, or it came with it. On the fan side, it's just 2 little fans. You got Z-rod with a stabilization rod. I'm leaning on it, so I probably just messed up that layer. As far as the sturdiness goes, it's a little wobbly. It's not too bad. When you leave it alone, it prints good. It's a bed slinger, so it's moving the bed back and forth, so you don't want to put something too heavy on it. Makes a little bit of noise. The steppers aren't quite as quiet, and there's a little bit of rattle, either with the fans or the bearings. But otherwise, it's been printing for a long time. It printed a Bulbasaur here. So I ended up giving the printer to the makerspace. The makerspace essentially owns it and uses it now. But it stayed busy. And I've never replaced the bearings. We occasionally lube the rails. I could probably use a little bit of lube now. Occasionally, lube the side rails. I know I've taken the extruder apart a couple of times. I had some bad filament that was jamming it, so I have been into the extruder, but it's not too difficult. It is a Bowden tube, if I didn't show that. With the extruder up here, I prefer direct drive, but it works. If you print something super tall, the cable management can get a little janky coming through the top there, and if you don't have it on the top, this will actually, like this piece here, actually gets up above that rail there. So it can kind of be a little bit of issue if you max out its height. I believe this is a 350 or 340 or something like that. And I had swapped the glass plate on there. I had put a PEI bed on that one. I think it had initially come with a thicker glass plate, and I had just put that mirror on there that I got for like $20 at a local mirror store. And I had initially sold these to after using them for about a year and a half, I bought 4 of them, thinking I might use these for production, because they were pretty affordable. I think I paid like $350 or something for them like 4 or 5 years ago. Maybe it was more than that. It might have been $450. I don't remember. It was kind of around the time when all 300 size printers were in the 400 to 600 plus range. You can now find a handful of printers in the 250 to 350 range that'll do 300. It's pretty neat. It's not bad. If you found one of these used for under $100, it'd probably be a good deal. Some of them are outdated. I know they have. So this is the A5S. You can see it right there. That was the updated version when it came out. I know they had an A5, and then there's the A5S, and I think they've had like 2 models since then. But not a bad printer overall. I'm overall still happy with it. I can get kind of a close-up of its prints results. I mean, it's not bad. It creates some issues. We could call that an issue. We could call a couple of those little dots there an issue. But this is gonna get cleaned up and spray painted, and it should wind up looking pretty good. So for an old printer that is still moving, not bad at all. I don't mind it. Maybe if I gave it a rating out of 10, 6 or 7, because it's overall pretty easy to use, cheap, works well, little noisy, so it does have some drawbacks. It's not really upgradable. You're not gonna, like with an Ender, you can just put longer rails on it and do things to it to extend it. We're not gonna make this one direct drive or mod it in any way. It's still in its completely stock form. So Not bad. The assembly was really good. The assembly was at least an 8 out of 10 because it's just this bar, and then that thing you slide it in, boop, go down, level it, you're good to go. It was like 8 bolts, 4 on the bottom, 4 on each side, or 2 on each side, something like that. But yeah, not a bad printer. Just wanted to kind of give that a highlight on the fact that I do have a 5-year-old printer here that is still running, or 4-year-old printer, whatever it was when this came out. So you can expect that out of printers that you buy. If you're looking at this one, or you're just curious, how long do 3D printers last? They should last a while, or a good one will last quite a while without too many issues. So anyways, I'll end it there, guys. Have a good day. Like, share, subscribe. Tell me about your oldest printer you got. Comment down below.